75 million Americans are expected to participate in Dry January. I'll be one of them, giving up alcohol for the month. But for many folks, the struggle with substance abuse is a daily effort. More than 48.7 million people, in fact, have problematic use. It's a big issue in the music industry in particular. And there's a Tulane study that found that most music industry professionals, 56%, cited problematic substance abuse in their personal lives. Now, two big names in music are trying to change that with an initiative called 1 Million Strong. The goal is to unite the music industry, artists, and fans to create sober, inclusive spaces at concerts and festivals. Daryl McDaniels, best known as DMC from the legendary hip-hop group Run-DMC, and country music star Niko Moon are hoping to help others by sharing their own stories. Gentlemen, good morning. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Daryl, I mean, you both have a personal connection to this, no other way to put it. What's yours?
Well, I was an alcoholic, suicidal, metaphysical, spiritual wreck who was thinking of killing himself, who found out at age 35 that he was adopted, who Mr. J gets shot and killed. Then my father died.
Okay, so you're connected.
So I was in that place, but then rehab and therapy saved my life. So the greatest thing I've done with my life is not hip and hop all over the world and rock and roll, but I'm living, breathing proof that you could beat and defeat whatever you're struggling against.
So that's a great point, is that we hear about addiction and substance abuse. We don't remind people that most people do come out of it. And you're an example of someone coming out of it, Niko.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think we have a lot of commonalities in our upbringing, and we both found music as a healing source to connect us to the positive, and we're really passionate about destigmatizing mental health, because in both of our genres, it was a little bit of that pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get her done when you're struggling.
Was that are those the similarities you're talking about in your upbringing, that kind of like pull yourself up mentality?
Yeah, well, and also, you know, just struggling financially as a kid growing up, in a little bit of a rough upbringing, and knowing that there had to be some sort of tools that could be used to fight against all of this stress that we have in life. And
Everybody's
so for me, therapy is what brought that to me.
Everybody's going through something. People don't realize the message was a mental health record. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder. Don't push me. It was people calling out. So what we represent is there definitely is a solution. And more importantly, harmful, destructive behaviors are celebrated in our communities, in hip-hop and rock and roll. The thought is, oh, I need to drink, and I need to have guns, and I need to smoke, and I need to have tattoos to be cool. No, the cooler thing than being cool and drinking and partying and living a sex, drugs, and rock and roll life, the cooler thing is to be sober. And to put your mental health first.
So tell us about your effort, 1 Million Strong. What do you do, and what is the goal?
It's a community of people, not just us representing 1 Million Strong. 1 Million Strong is this. Everybody has something going on, but you're not wrong, you're okay. No matter what's going on, you still can belong. You can still go to concerts, you can still live a productive life. You don't have to be stuck in the dark desperation, deep hole of death and despair that addiction and mental health brings along. People think it's a weakness to say, I got anxiety and I'm on meth. And don't hide. Express what you're going through, because 1 Million Strong is letting you know there's a community, not a community, there's a nation, a universe of people just like you.
And Niko, what does that look like? What kind of events or programming do you guys do?
What is a sober, inclusive concert?
Yeah, so you know, a lot of people when they go to a show, they know that there's gonna be drinking, and if you're someone who maybe doesn't drink, you're feeling a little uncomfortable, you're like, am I gonna fit in at this environment? And these sober areas are great. You know, it's where you can go and get a mocktail. And if you come with some friends and they're drinking, they can head over to that area.
They can go to the bar, and you can go to the not bar.
You can go get your drink, and you can all go to the concert and enjoy a good time together.
Oh, so amazing. Thank you so much. You know, both of you have different journeys to, towards sobriety, and you talk about how you kind of you had a slippery slope to alcoholism, didn't really realize, and you talk about drinking a case of
A case of
40s?
40 ounces. Some people
day?
drink 2 and 3. I was drinking and that was just during the day, because then I would go out at night and it was Cavassier and Jack Daniels. But what's powerful, what we're doing here is this. When I got out of rehab and therapy, my partner, Run, had a successful series for 10 seasons, Run's House.
Yes.
So nobody saw me on it. So when I get out of rehab, people coming up to me, D, why wasn't you on Run House? I would say because I just got out of therapy and rehab.
You talked about it, which is what you're doing now, and this is possible by
and
talking about it.
And those people would go,
Yes. And
maybe
destigmatizing.
I can go get help.
Thank you both so much.
Daryl McDaniels, Niko Moon, thank you both very much. Appreciate it. If you
Thank
or
you.
someone you know is struggling, call
There
the
is
National
help.
Helpline.